much sand in the wind. My skin will never be the same.
Please don't!
You're safe from me.
By Andraste, thank you.
So, an apostate.
That is correct, Enchanter. I did not train in your circle.
Well, dear, I hope you can take care of yourself, should we encounter anything outside your experience.
I will try, in my own fumbling way, to learn from how you helped seal the rifts at Haven. Ah, wait. My memory misleads me. You were not there.
Shall we make camp or move on?
Nothing to report, sir.
Do you require a mana cleansing to remove the residual energies on your staff?
The Circle's training in energy modulation is thorough. I sincerely doubt you could add anything.
So you intend for your staff to carry that particular aura?
Is that a problem, my dear?
No, as you were.
Are the Venatori hiding everywhere in this desert?
Nothing to report, sir. I presume you know what they will say of Corypheus, Dorian.
Darkspawn? Madman? Relic of an unwanted past? Don't keep me in suspense.
They will say he is Tevinter.
No.
I'm aware you claim to be here to counter that, but the damage is done.
I'm not here on behalf of my nation's reputation, Vivian. I'm here to do what is right.
If only more of your countrymen felt as you do. You know, Solus, you do an excellent job of spellcasting without any concrete knowledge of technique.
Your rigorous training lays a solid foundation, true. It also creates boundaries, limits, where none need exist.
I do prefer to have boundaries between myself and the demons, my dear.
Of course. You endure the harrowing, where your circle teaches you that all demons attempt to possess you.
Not at all. Many of them simply want to kill you. I suppose you would claim otherwise.
Why should I? You would not believe me. You have learned your lessons all too well. A forest used to tower here, until sand ate away the roots.
Looks like the Venatori was setting up camp here.
I'll presume they wanted to do more than sing cheerful songs and roast some nugs.
Let's find out.
Official mage to the Orlesian Imperial Court. That sounds exciting.
It is an esteemed position, darling, that many mages would envy.
Yes, being paraded about like an exotic peacock is better than running frantically from Templars.
Better an exotic peacock than one Tevinter rat amongst many.
Oh, a dig at my homeland. This should be fun. This might be a decent place for a spot of camping.
Inquisitor.
The Venatori want these tombs. Let's see if they found another way in.
can't believe you entered the Fade. Physically.
You think that is an achievement of which to be proud?
It's the second time that's been done in all of history. That's not nothing, Solus.
In all of human history?
The Fade is still a mystery to us humans, yes. Probably always will be.
Perhaps it's best it remain that way.
I'm sure you know exactly what you're doing, Solus. But a word of advice?
Oh, I look forward to this. Go ahead, Enchanter.
You set your coattails on fire with that last spell.
Perhaps what you perceived was merely a figment of the Fade.
I would not claim your familiarity with the Fade, but I recognize fire when I see it, darling.
It did go out eventually. It was not worth mentioning.
Not for you, perhaps.
That's the last of them here. This would make a good look.
Inquisitor.
but rather live in a land where mages aren't herded into cages like dogs.
Which land is that? The one where mages are feared and despised as tyrants?
I'm the first to admit magisters aren't perfect, but they've also done great things. They're allowed to.
Monstrous things as well. Or you wouldn't be here, would you?
Locking people into cages isn't the answer.
Naturally. First we execute those who will not submit, then we deal with the rest.
Away with you!
We look around. Does that noise ever stop?
must have been the Venatori's main camp. Come on, we should still find what they were after.
There's an elven artifact nearby. Half-remembered ruins. Fate of all cities, eventually. The fact that I, an apostate, have not been enslaved by demons must be quite vexing, Enchanter.
Not at all, darling. You clearly have an exceptional gift for the Fade.
You flatter me.
I'm far more surprised you haven't been murdered by terrified villagers wielding pitchforks.
Yes, packing all the mages into towers and threatening them with Templars certainly kept them safe.
It did, until a rogue apostate destroyed Kirkwall's chantry and started a fight most mages did not want.
Your circle was a tightly clamped lid on a boiling pot. It held for a while, and unless you looked inside, it all seemed fine. Then everyone feigned surprise when it finally burst. Tell me, Enchanter, do you even bother to explore the Fade in your dreams?
I prefer to explore the world I actually live in.
A pity. You could be much more powerful if you ventured outside your narrow preconceptions.
Ah, the temptation to leave the path. You sound like a pride demon.
Enchanter, any pride demon you met would just walk away, shaking its head and laughing uncontrollably.
Oh, darling, more than one already has. So, apostate, if the circle is such a failure, what would be your solution? Would you have your fellow mages live among the people, unguarded, unwatched?
Yes,
And when they became possessed, or used their power to harm?
I would kill them. Magic is more elegant than a blade or a bow, but a murderer remains a murderer.
So you alone would pass judgment, repay murder with murder? Or do we open this up to mobs and vigilantes? If you're going to dispense justice upon violent mages yourself, you'll need eternal life and omniscience. If only there were individuals dedicated to finding and eliminating such criminals, perhaps they might help.
I am certain they would, until black and white distinctions perverted their simple minds.
It's a pleasure to see a new face.
Watch out for those Tevinter mages. They aren't so kindly as Hunter Mag, which is me,
Do you know what the Venatori mage...
arguing amongst themselves. I think they're trying to find a way inside that tomb with the two statues. It's locked tight as far as I can tell.
Farewell.
Keep your water handy.
Do you use spirits as servants, Solus? You'd have no trouble capturing them.
No. They are intelligent living creatures. Binding them against their will is reprehensible.
How much will do they have? They're amorphous constructs of the Fade. There's no harm in putting them to constructive use. And most mages back home treat them well.
And any that show magical talent are freed, are they not?
What? Spirits don't have magical talent?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about your slaves.